When I look at myself and my service on the board, I think that there are two or three things that make me qualified to operate in this position. In the first place, I'm committed to the public school system. I am one of those people who is lucky enough to be able to put my children in private school if I wanted to, but I am committed to the public school system, and all three of my sons are in the Dallas Public Schools. Secondly, I've had 3 years of experience on the board. I think there is no greater preparation for service in these critical times than to have the opportunity of having already served. I think this is not just a matter of seniority or longevity, but I believe that the record will show that my service during these 3 years has been responsible and that the decisions that I have made have been in the best interest of the children of the entire school district. Thirdly, I believe that my educational philosophy is in keeping with the times. I hold to the aims of education for all times, that is, that a student learn and achieve at a rate which is commensurate with his ability, but I want to do this in ways which are acceptable and useful in our modern times.
I think you have a right to expect a program of excellence in education throughout this district for all students in return for your tax dollars. I don't think that school is a place where our children just go to mark time for 12 years of their life. I think we have to offer hope to those children who are behind, and we do have some who are far behind. And I think we need to offer those bright children, our brightest children, a challenge. And certainly we need to offer a general program for all of our children that prepares them not only for college but for a vocational career. In addition, to my mind, the goal of a public school education is to prepare children for their role in society as responsible citizens who have an idea what they are expected to do in a free nation such as the United States. And I think, therefore, we've got to insist upon certain standards of decency in conduct and language in our schools.
I have an insight of the needs, the thinking of the people. I think that I have a knowledge of problem solving and what it takes to solve problems. I believe that I can sit around a bargaining table, which would be the school board, talk about policies, and would have a knowledge of how that policy would actually work once we put it into the field. You know, many times we talk about things around a bargaining table, so to speak. It sounds great. It looks good on paper, but many times it will just not work once you put it out into the community and try to make it work for you. So this experience, I believe, gives me what I need to make the decisions for you and for education in Dallas.
Multi-ethnic studies. The integration of culture should be visible in every possible aspect of school curriculum. That is music, art, history, civics, drama, government, English, and so forth. We also feel that the bilingual program should be taught to all students and should be inclusive of all students and not just taught to the Mexican-American student. Single-member districts. Each district must have the sole voice in the election of its representatives if the advocacy of the neighborhood concept has any validity at all. For example, if Pleasant Grove wants my opponent to represent them, they should have my opponent. If South Dallas wants me to represent them, they should have Elsie Faye Higgins represent them.
I've been a member of the Board of Education for the last 6 years, and during that time I have spent about 100% of my time learning the complexities of this 8th largest school district. I think it's time to have people with experience and knowledge on the board, and for this reason I am seeking re-election. Association are the watchdogs over public schools if public schools want to keep their accreditation. Every teacher assigned in the elementary school this year is certified in elementary education. The records are not in on the secondary teachers, but the personnel department estimates there are no more than 50 teachers who are not in their field at this moment. Now, they may have emergency certificates to teach. They have degrees of education, and maybe they're missing Texas history or a course in education. Every time an emergency certificate is issued, there must be a letter justifying this to Texas Education Agency, and this has to be read.
I think we need to improve our educational opportunities here in Dallas. I have not been happy with all that I've seen going on the last few years, and I think I can make a positive improvement in the school board, and that's why I'm running. I have no further political ambitions. I would just like to improve our educational opportunities. I support strongly the neighborhood school concept. I feel that busing students is a waste of their time, the teachers' time, the money of the taxpayers, and I'm firmly against it. I think we need strict discipline in our schools. I think this discipline should be applied uniformly to all students. Same rules apply to all, no matter what area of the city the schools are in or what type enrollment they have.
Now, I know that there are no uncomplicated answers. However, what we must do is take the problems apart into uncomplicated parts, come to the parents and the students and the teachers and seek solutions, and then make education a reality for all people together. If we want a community effort, we must have community input. Tonight, the candidates are here saying what we think. Hopefully, next month, we'll be here again trying to find out what you think and what you want. Say the laws, and the courts are the laws, and then we turn around and attack the courts and say that they're unjust and they're not equal. So this leads to a little of the confusion the students have, the confusion I'm talking about. But continuing to answer, the court didn't say, take that lady there and put her in that school. The court said to move the teachers. Now this is one reason why the teachers in the city are unhappy. They had no voice and no choice as to who goes where. And the teachers are unhappy because putting an